Pay attention to your pain. Reach out and find your comfort. Take a walk and play some music. Make the time to start the healing. Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Feel the sunshine on your skin. And let your life resume again. And let your life resume again. Pay attention to your pain. Reach out and find your comfort. Take a walk and play some music. Make the time to start the healing. Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Feel the sunshine on your skin. And let your life resume again. And let your life resume again. Pay attention to your pain. Reach out and find your comfort. Take a walk and play some music. Make the time to start the healing. Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Look to the sky and breathe it in. Feel the sunshine on your skin. Feel the sunshine on your skin. And let your life resume again. And let your life resume again. For this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit, thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, and thank you for this new year. And I want to thank all of you for joining us for our first 2021 Zoom service of Unity Spiritual Center of San Francisco. We are starting the year on Zoom, but we affirm we will not be ending the year on Zoom. But we are so glad that you are here so that we can stay connected, whether you are joining us through our newsletter link or through our live stream on Facebook. We are delighted that you are here. I always love scrolling through and seeing your faces, and do know that I keep all of you in my prayers during this time. And I look forward to the time when we will be able to come again together in person, and I'll be able to give each one of you a hug. Doesn't that sound like a wonderful revelation when we're going to be able to do that safely again? But one thing to note before we get started here on Zoom, and that is that all of you are coming in and being muted. That's so you don't have to worry about your background noise. There will be two exceptions, as always, during this time, and that is when I ask for a volunteer to read the daily word, and also when we do our prayer section of the service, and you're invited to share a prayer request aloud. For both of those times, if you'd like to participate with your voice, please note that in the chat or wave in the webcam so we can call on you and unmute you. But for now, just take a deep breath wherever you are. If you're in a chair or a couch or leaning against a headboard, just lean back as we prepare to go inside our inner sanctuary where we are always guided, safe, and at peace. Just take this time to let go of any worries or concerns and connect virtually with all of us in this community and with the God of your understanding. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we celebrate the truth that our God is love, as expressed in Unity's foundation statement, which you're invited to say along with me. There is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and as my life. God the good, omnipotent. So I invite you to take another deep breath now, becoming ever more comfortable. And again, just gently releasing any cares of the day, because the only thing that you need to do in this hour is to open yourself up to the love and goodness and messages of the divine as you relax into this sacred time and space created by Unity Spiritual Center. For almost 75 years. Actually, you know what? I realized since this is the first Sunday of 2021, we are now officially in our anniversary year. So this time I can say very excitedly that for 75 years now, we at Unity Spiritual Center have celebrated and honored people of every culture, of every creed, of every religion, of every race, of every age, and every lifestyle, knowing that there are many paths to God, many faces of God, many names for God, but only one God. Seeing through eyes of oneness and acknowledging our oneness, we know that God indwells all people and is expressed through each of us in unique, special, and individual ways. Unity offers positive, practical, progressive spiritual teachings and tools that honor the universal truth in all religions and respects each individual's right to choose a spiritual path. So having said that, I am going to do what we always do on Sunday, and that is light our worship candle so that you have a visual aid and you can just imagine this flame inside of you, that you recognize that you are a divine flame, that you are an individualized expression of God, a spark of God, and that God does God's work in the world through the movements of your hands and your heart. Our vision here at Unity Spiritual Center and the opportunity for you and for each one of us here is that you discover the power within you to create the life of your dreams, that you have peace of mind and deep happiness, that you enjoy joyous and loving relationships with yourself. We sometimes forget to create that relationship with ourselves, with spirit, and with others, that you spend your days doing what you love and feel called to do, even if it's just for a portion of your day. And most of all, that you know that your life matters, that you make a difference, and that the world is a better place because you're here. So let's pause now to hear a musical selection sung by our wonderful music director, Michael Hatfield.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. We'll take that first verse again, Marcy, if you want to go all the way back. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world.
Thank you, Michael, for that beautiful, beautiful rendition of Karen's song. And if you enjoyed it too, then let Michael know either by using your reaction button or giving him a round of applause in your screen. And now, as we continue to get comfortable and relax even more deeply into our time of worship, prayer, and meditation, let us open our hearts to receive the message of today's daily word. I'm going to scroll down and see if I have anybody who would like to read it for us today. Rosa, I would love for you. No, is that a no or a yes? That's a yes. I see it in your hand. Excellent. Excellent. So if you can unmute yourself, I'm going to put the spotlight on you. And we just need, there you go.
Got it?
Yeah, we got it. You're ready to go.
Okay. I'm ready. Okay, good. Okay, Sunday, January 3rd. And today is potential. Yes, I am able. Yes, I can. Growing up, I received encouragement from my family, school teachers, and the other adults in my life. Their positive, affirming words helped lead me to pursue my passions and trust my gifts so I might realize my potential. Now that I'm older, I turn to the divine within me to discern how I might best fulfill my potential. I prayerfully ask what possibilities remain to be realized in my life. What ignites my passion for self expression? I receive inspiration from the time I spend in prayer. As I pray, any lingering thoughts of doubt or insecurity are replaced with renewed energy and enthusiasm. Nothing can stop me from stepping out boldly into the world to fulfill my potential. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13.
Thank you so much, Rosa. Wonderful to see you, and thank you so much for reading the daily word for us. Unity Spiritual Center is a center of prayer and healing. And during this time of sheltering in place, as you know, we always welcome your prayer requests, either written in by email or snail mail, or called in and left in message form on our line, which is secure. And I just want us to remember the people who have done that, both the spoken and the unspoken prayers, the written and the unwritten prayers. Let's just hold all of the prayers of our community in our hearts right now. And know that for each person who has contacted us for prayer, that they are surrounded by the love of this community and the prayers of this community, that they are enfolded in the love of God, and that we know and affirm that whatever the situation is that they are requesting prayer for, divine order is taking place in each of their lives. And now is the time to make our prayers audible. So if you have a prayer request that you would like to speak aloud, again, just indicate that by waving at the webcam or putting your prayer request in the chat so we can support you and stand with you. As always, we will begin with Michael leading us through the first part of our prayer song. And after everyone speaks or writes their prayer request, we will answer it collectively by singing, "Your prayer is my prayer too."
We are connected by the heart. Where do you end? Where do I start? Whatever you feel, I feel too. You're a part of me. I'm a part of you. Your prayer is my prayer too. Your prayer is my prayer too.
So I see a few prayer requests coming through in the chat. Valerie is asking for prayers that the adoption of her little foster dog goes wonderfully today and that all is smooth and loving.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Ethel is asking for prayers for her friend Maya's family members who are facing serious health challenges right now.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Kathy is asking for prayers for her brother Jimmy and for Douglas and Norma Hall on their healing path.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Mary is asking for guidance from Spirit to know her continued potential and direction for how she can be of service in this coming year.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Kathy is asking for prayers for her son and family who are struggling, and for a friend who successfully had skin cancer removed, but the skin graft isn't taking well.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Randy is asking for prayers for her dear friend Mitkel, that she continues her recovery from COVID and that her family stays healthy.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Karen is asking for prayers for healing tendonitis in her right hand.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Rosa is asking for prayers for her sister Carolyn and family who are having many problems in her home.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Marcy is asking for prayers for a dear friend, Michael Smith, who will be leading his father's memorial service through Zoom today at noon. And she's just asking for prayers that he's able to get through that.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Susan is asking for prayers for her friend's daughter's family, all of whom have COVID.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Pam is asking for prayers for her friend Yadi, who lost her son to COVID.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Susan is asking for prayers for her friend Linda, who she is unable to reach at this time.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Holly is asking for prayers for her cousin Bruce, who recently lost his longtime partner.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Marcy is asking for prayers for her family friends Tracy and Clinton Weekly as they are suffering with COVID-19. and asking that their bodies heal and recover rapidly.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
I'm going to scroll down and see if there's anybody else who has a prayer request that they'd like to say in person. Karen, all the way from Switzerland, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you. Um, Prayers for a coworker, Zhuzha, who lives in Hungary. She lost her mother-in-law and her mother recently from COVID, and prayers for comfort.
Thank you.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And Juanita, was that your hand up?
Yes, I'd
yeah,
like prayers for my niece who's had 2 hospitalizations from the COVID in the past 2 to 3 weeks, and she'd have speedy recovery, a good recovery.
Thank you.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Is there anyone else who has a prayer? Oh, we've got one from Wendy, asking for prayer for peace in all people's hearts and healing.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
And I have a prayer request that I'm sure people join with me in holding in prayer, and that is that the events this week in Washington unfold peaceably, and that our democracy is held strong and able to move forward with renewed appreciation, respect, as we go into this very important year of 2021.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Judy is asking for prayers for a friend's family whose father died from COVID. There are teenage kids left behind, and she's asking for prayers for them.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
Are there any other prayer requests that you'd like to speak aloud? I'm scrolling down and looking at all of you in case there's anything else you'd like to share. And if not, we will move on to our gratitude portion. And just as we invite prayer requests, we also invite celebrations. We invite people to speak aloud the things that they feel blessed by, thankful for, whatever things are beautiful and praiseworthy in your life. Feel free to share those with your spiritual family here so that we can celebrate with you. How about a new year? let's celebrate a brand new year, 2021. I know I get an amen for that. Anything else?
I see that Valerie has one in the chat.
Valerie is grateful that her sister and niece are recovering from COVID. Yes. And Susan is grateful for the dissolving bowl ceremony that we had, and it offered a ray of light. I'm so glad you felt that way, Susan, and were able to come. The gratitudes are just pouring in now. Mary is grateful for a restoration of health as she slowly recovers from a serious bout of vertigo. That is wonderful to hear. Holly is grateful that her friends and family are all safe and sound. Kathy is grateful to be part of our Unity family, and we are grateful she is part of our Unity family. Kathy is grateful for her beautiful daughter, Lisa, who lights up her heart. Beautiful things to be grateful for. Juanita, did you want to add something?
Yes, my angels that I'm living with, my son and daughter-in-law, Chris and Cecilia, they've meant the world to me. They're the most essential part of my life.
That's wonderful.
And I'm so grateful.
We celebrate with you that you have such lovely family members, and there's probably a reason for that, because you're lovely as well. Anyone else have something that they want to celebrate aloud? Uh, Wonderful. Ron is grateful for every beautiful day of life. Rosa is grateful for all her family who had COVID and have recovered. Wendy is grateful for life's moments of hope and faith and the blessings which bring joy and meaning. Marcy is grateful that she is starting the year living with Lynn full time and is so grateful for their ability to spend time together and appreciative of each day. We're so happy for you. Anything else? Anything? Oh, I see Gloria in San Diego. We're grateful for you, all our people who are visiting us from different parts of the country and world. And Judy, I see your hand, so I'm going to spotlight you.
I'm grateful for health and happiness, and for my 2 bunnies who are getting more confident and loving by the day, living in my house.
Awesome. Thank you, Judy. We celebrate with you. Anything else? Last call for celebrations. Okay.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
We give thanks for this opportunity to be in community, to hear the prayers and the celebrations of our community. And always we give thanks for the privilege of being able to pray for others and to bless and be blessed in spirit. We give thanks for the knowledge that when we ask, it will be given to us. When we seek, we will find. When we knock, the door will be opened to us. We give thanks for the feelings of peace and comfort and connection that we're able to feel even through our computer wires. And we give thanks again for the privilege of praying for those in our community, in our nation, and around the globe, and affirm that always and in all ways, no matter what appearances are, divine love and divine order is everywhere present. And so it is. Thank you, God.
From this day forward I shall be free. I have created a brand new me. I may look the same, but everything has changed. From this day forward I shall be free. My prison was my own. It looked a lot like home, and I'm the one who made it so. I'm holding in my hand a pebble from this land that gives me the freedom to go. From this day forward I shall be free. I have created a brand new me. I may look the same, but everything has changed. From this day forward I shall be free. Choices must be made and prices must be paid, and I'm the one to pay the bill. I shall find a way. I'll be the first to say that with God on my side I will. From this day forward I shall be free. I have created a brand new me. I may look the same, but everything has changed. From this day forward I shall be free. For my road may be rough, but it won't be enough to stop this journey that I'm taking. I know I shall find more of my kind on this beautiful life that I'm making. From this day forward I shall be free. I have created a brand new me. I may look the same, but everything has changed. From this day forward I shall be free. From this day forward I shall be free. From this day forward I shall be free.
Thank you, Michael,
You're welcome.
for another beautiful song that so perfectly matches what it is we're going to be talking about. Because today is the day that we are going to do our annual White Stone ceremony. And I can see that Marcy has found these wonderful slides for us to look at. Something we've done every day every first Sunday of January for many, many years, and a special way to kind of mark the beginning of our new year. So, what's in a name? According to Juliet in Shakespeare's play, Romeo and Juliet, that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Or from Gertrude Stein's poem titled Sacred Emily, rose is a rose is a rose. I think these authors are suggesting that what matters most is what something is, not its name. But names are important, and they're important in unity. So if we've spent any time at all looking at the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, we know that every name in the Bible has an inner or metaphysical meaning. Bethlehem means house of bread. And a person's name represents their character or an aspect of their personality or something that they will accomplish in their lifetime. So, for example, in Unity's 12 powers, Peter represents faith, Andrew represents strength, and John represents love. And a name change, as we know, if we went to Bible school at any time in our lives, is also significant, because when a person's name changes in the scriptures, it represents an increase in consciousness. So, of course, the biblical character we know as Saul was an early persecutor of Christians until God struck him down. He was blind for 3 days, and during his time of blindness, Saul did a lot of soul searching. According to what we've read in the scriptures, Saul had an awakening and went from torturing Christians to helping them. God gave him a new name at the time of his awakening, and Saul, which means personal will, was transformed to Paul, which means enlightened will. So why all this talk about names? Because, as I mentioned, we are celebrating the beginning of this new year with our annual White Stone ceremony. And this ceremony is going to give you the opportunity to hear the spiritual name that Spirit wants you to have in 2021. The White Stone ceremony is about starting off the new year with a clean slate, a tabula rasa, which Michael will be singing later. It follows the ritual of the burning bowl, or this year, the dissolving bowl, which we did last Thursday night on New Year's Eve. I know a number of you came to our dissolving bowl service last week, and If you didn't, this also serves as such a nice way of releasing what you don't want to carry into 2021 and really affirming something that you do. So, again, for those who weren't there, the dissolving ceremony is a service of releasing and letting go of the past so that you can go into the new year with a new start. And the significance of the white stone is that historically, during the time of the Roman Empire, when you were released from prison, you were given a white stone. You were to carry that stone with you everywhere you went. And everybody knew that if you had the white stone with you, not only were you free, but you had a clean slate. You were able to begin anew. And carrying the stone gave you all the benefits of being a Roman citizen. So that meant the Roman army protected you. This was no small thing. So today we're using the white stone. And again, those of you who have been attending regularly, and those of you who requested one, got one in the mail, these white stones we actually order from the Holy Land. And we use these white stones to symbolize that we can leave behind whatever personal prison we may have created for ourselves. And they're special. These stones are special because they do come from stone quarries that are located between Bethlehem and Hebron in Israel. And this ceremony is an opportunity to start the new year fresh without any baggage. So before we start the ceremony, and again, if you don't have a white stone, that's fine. You can still take part in the ceremony. You may have another stone that you wish to write something on. What's really important is just the going through the ceremony as opposed to the actual white stone. But before we begin to ask yourself now, what are some of the personal prisons that I've locked myself into? Now, to most of us, that is our stories about our past, our parents, our childhood, our ex-spouse, our mean boss. Those are the personal prisons we need to unlock. Because while our stories are important, we are much more than our stories. Each one of us has the opportunity to heal from our stories. And this doesn't mean we forget them, but we don't justify, and we don't justify what happened to us as a result of our story, but we learn from our stories. And most importantly, we move beyond our stories. In the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 17, the author writes, "Let anyone who has an ear listen to what the Spirit is saying to the churches. To everyone who conquers or who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give a white stone. And on the white stone is written a new name that no one knows except the one who receives it." Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Marcy. She's actually got that verse up as I'm saying it. That is so cool. Notice the writer says, and you can actually notice that the writer says, those who overcome, which means those who are moving forward with faith and overcoming the challenges that they have in life. The ones who are moving forward and growing and seeking and being receptive to the highest and best. To those, a new name is given and a new sense of themselves. So, what are you overcoming? What aspect of your true self is seeking emergence at this time? There is a potential perfect you waiting to be born. And this is an opportunity to release your real self and put your imagined self to rest. As I said, if you don't have a white stone, you can still participate, but everyone should have a pencil and a piece of paper on which to write notes. So if you don't have one handy, I just want to give you that opportunity to grab one now. And all of this represents a clean slate, a fresh beginning, no matter what last year was like. God's love is like that. Revelations 21:5 says, "Behold, I make all things new." So here's what's going to happen over the next few minutes. I'm going to lead us through a meditation, and all you need to do is listen with an open heart and open mind. And during this meditation, you will be asking Spirit to tell you your spiritual name or identity that is uniquely yours for the new year. During the meditation, you'll realize the truth of who you are, of what is trying to get expressed or get lived out in a greater way in your life. You will then write this name or this phrase, it could be a phrase, on your white stone with your pencil or on a piece of paper. And it's important not to use your will to come up with a name that you desire or to come up with a name that's driven by your ego. It's usually best to go with what comes to you first. And I've heard many wonderful stories of people telling me, wow, I have no idea why I had this word pop up in my mind, but I'm going with it. And that's a good thing to do. Please don't judge what name Spirit gives to you. You may not understand initially why the name or the phrase was given to you, but at some point in the next year, it will become obvious. So trust the process. And as you've probably heard me say, if you've been to another white stone ceremony in the past, an example that I give and like to give is that a woman once received the word mom. She had no idea why, because she was unable to give birth. But later that year, through a unique set of circumstances, she adopted a child. And I always love telling that story as an adoptive mother myself. So if, for whatever reason, nothing definitive comes to you during the meditation, please don't worry. Trust that process too. And just sit with your white stone or your piece of paper. Sit in meditation with the expectation that your name will be revealed at some point, and it will. So now let's get ready for our time of meditation. And I am going to turn on some background music. So as you get more comfortable in your seats, your chair, your couch, your bed, wherever you are, take your white stone in your hands so that you can hold it during the meditation. And let your eyes close softly, gently. And as your eyes are closing, feel your body begin to relax. Inside of us, inside every one of us, is this quiet, secret place, this place where we are immersed in the presence of God, in the presence of light and love. And it's from this place that we will now take part in the white stone ceremony. We begin to meditate on our spiritual name by silently affirming to ourselves, I am freeing myself to live more fully. I am conscious of the activity of spirit in every aspect of my life. I am releasing myself from the limitations of the past. I am releasing myself from old fears and self-doubts. I am releasing myself from the bondage of limiting thoughts about myself. Releasing limiting images of who I am and what I can do with my life. I free myself. I am now releasing myself from my personal prison and gaining a new, greater image of myself. I feel a new sense of energy. And using your mind's eye, imagine that you are stepping out of whatever prison or feelings of limitation that you have had. The door is opening and you are walking into freedom. See yourself being given a white stone that says you are now free. You have a new identity. This is a new day. The stone in your hand represents your freedom. Feel it. Feel the smooth stone in your hand and know that it represents release. And it represents the freedom to express your truest self, your highest self. And now I invite you to consciously surrender to the activity of God, the Holy Spirit, for the next few minutes. Perhaps there is a new career, a new hobby or area of interest, or a new quality that Spirit is pressing out through you. I invite you to let that divine holy self in you come through. Give yourself permission to know that you have a new quality, a new name. Because whenever we ask, there is an answer. As you hold the white stone in your hand, hear the Christ of God that is you saying, "Behold, I make all things new." And so this is your sign of a clean slate. Whatever has gone on in the past, let it go. This is a sign of your ability in this moment to live in this new beginning. This is a moment in which you know you are free, free from all that has bound you. So now is the time to ask Spirit for your name, the word or the phrase that describes the new you, your new life. What is the new you, the new name that comes to you? And again, just let this come. You don't have to try to think it up or make it happen. It's already written in your heart. So let it come to you easily. And as that name becomes clear, just allow yourself to absorb it. It may be a title, it may be something like published author, or clean and sober, or grateful, whatever. Sometimes people write the word peace, love, or presence, and they find that they take on a new essence of who they are. Feel the stone in your hand and feel the inner spirit beckon to you. Here is your new name. Here is your new vision of yourself. Here is what you are to accomplish. Here is what you are to embrace and demonstrate and live out. This is the name of your life for 2021. This is your new beginning, the new you. Spirit has decreed a name for you to write on your stone. Take a few moments now in the silence, and in the silence, meditate on your new name. And when you are ready to come back to this place and this time, gently open your eyes and write your spiritual name for 2021 on your white stone or piece of paper. A thankfulness flows over us as we receive our new name. And with it comes the power and guidance to achieve all that we desire. We bless these stones. Thank you, God. And having written your new name on your white stone or a piece of paper, silently repeat it to yourself. Imagine the new power and purpose and direction that your new name is giving to your life. Remember that whatever came to you or comes to you later is absolutely private. You do not need to share your word with anyone if you choose not to. Or some people might like to share their word with a trusted friend or prayer partner. Do whatever feels right to you concerning your white stone. But one thing I do suggest, and that is to hold on to your white stone, to keep it handy where you can touch or look at it often. And anytime you look at or touch your white stone, Realize that you have the gift of choice, the gift to live differently, to live a more fulfilling life, to begin again, to connect with God and to co-create with God. So I'll close by sharing a poem by the late Debbie Ford. It's called Drenched in Holiness, Prayer for a New Year. Dear God, on this day, I ask you to grant this request. May I know who I am and what I am every moment of every day. May I be a catalyst for light and love and bring inspiration to those whose eyes I meet. May I have the strength to stand tall in the face of conflict and the courage to speak my voice even when I'm scared. May I have the humility to follow my heart and the passion to live my soul's desires. May I seek to know the highest truth and dismiss the gravitational pull of my lower self. May I embrace and love the totality of myself, my darkness as well as my light. May I be brave enough to hear my heart, to let it soften so that I may gracefully choose faith over fear. Today is my day to surrender anything that stands between the sacredness of my humanity and my divinity. May I be drenched in my holiness and engulfed by your love. May all else melt away. And so it is. Thank you, God. So coming back, I'm going to scroll through. I see people awake, alert, and now I'm going to ask for a response. Did you all get a name or a phrase? Just nod your head or otherwise indicate a yes, thumbs up. Good. I see lots of nodding heads and thumbs up. That's wonderful. And just a reminder that if nothing came to you, do not worry. Something will. Just give it some time. So please join with me in affirming this wonderful community that we have. Please say with me, with vim and vigor, as a high school teacher used to say it with vim and vigor. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we are an ocean of love. Here at Unity Spiritual Center, we have an inspiring vision, an exciting mission, and compelling values by which we strive to live, and I invite you to say them along with me. Our vision is centered in God. We co-create a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. Our mission is we are a creative, joy-filled spiritual community dedicated to healing, inspiring, and transforming the lives of all people through prayer, education, and love. And our values are, we are spirit-led, generous with resources, inclusive, joyously creative, and guided by integrity. and feeling inspired by our vision, mission, and values, feeling enriched by what we've experienced here today and what we will continue to experience in our hospitality hour following this service. Let us take time now to be a channel for enrichment through our generous tithes and love offerings. As Michael shares another beautiful song, actually one of my favorites, Tabula Rasa. Isn't that what you're going to be singing? Yes, love that song so much. Please take that time to write out a check. You can see on the slide before you our mailing address, and Jerry has also put our PayPal donation link in the chat. And please do use those to make a donation to us as our expenses do continue during this time. And as we look for new ways in the new year to stay connected to you. So let's take time now to bless our tithes and love offerings, placing them in our hands, either literally or figuratively, or next to our hearts as we say our offertory prayer. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
All right, everybody. Just sit back and relax. This is a mantra, amongst other things. You may sing along, and I've got it prepared so we can all hear and sing in harmony. Tabula rasa, now, now, now. 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 I am beginning now, now, now. I am forgiving now, now, now. I am beginning now, now, now. I am forgiving now, now, now. Tabula rasa, 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 now, now, now. I am living now, now, now. Life is always now, now, now. I am living now, now, now. Life is always now, now, now. Tabula rasa, 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 now, now, now. Love is living now, now, now. Spirit is giving now, now, now. Love is living now, now, now. Spirit is giving now, now, now. Tabula rasa, 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 now, now, now. Tabula rasa. Tabula rasa, now, now, now. Tabula rasa, now, now, now. Tabula rasa, now, now, now.
Ah, that's so awesome. I'm going to give you another heart. Thank you. I just love that so much. Oh, so please join with me in blessing our offering. Spirit of the living God, bless the acts of our hands, our minds, our hearts. May everything offered here at Unity Spiritual Center be a reflection of all that is good within us. Grant us the courage to patiently listen for the stirring of your presence. Enliven our spirits with humor. Fill us with reverence for one another and gratitude for our diversity. May unity, beauty, and truth be the fruit of all we do. And so it is. Thank you, God. All right. So I am just going to say a couple of announcements. One is you might be interested. You know that I usually work with a theme for the year. And last year we studied a book. We studied The Fourfold Way by Angeles Arian. This year is going to be a lot more expansive. I decided that it would be really fun to do something with spiritual seeds. And what I mean by that is either spiritual teachers or spiritual teachings that have been meaningful to us. And one of the reasons that I picked that is because I would love to have more of you participate during a service. So if there has been a particular spiritual teacher or teaching that you would love to give a lesson on or just share with the community here, please let me know and I will put you on the schedule. Next week, Reverend Jerry will be speaking. And at the end of the month, on the 31st, Reverend Ikea will be back and she's going to be speaking about the Beatitudes. But it just seemed like it would be a really fun, expansive way to not only, learn from each other, but also just to take stock internally and see what are the spiritual messages, who are the spiritual teachers who have really meant something to me on my journey. So we're going to have a chance to learn from each other. We also will be doing a book study by a former Unity Spiritual Center minister, Sharon Connors, who wrote a new book called Adventures in Resilience, Ignite the 12 Powers in You to Create a Radiant Life. We will not be offering this for sale ourselves. We're going to invite you, if you're interested in joining us in a book club, to order it through Unity. And we'll give you more information about that as we prepare the dates for that particular class. But that's what will be coming up as our next study. And as always, we are doing our Monday, Wednesday, Friday daily word meditations. So please do join us. It'd be a great way to to spend 15 minutes with some of your compadres at USC. Just takes 15 minutes of your time, held on noon, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at the same link. It looks like Judy was asking me what the name of the book is. It is called Adventures in Resilience, and it's by Sharon Connors, who not only is a Unity minister, but was a Unity Spiritual Center of San Francisco minister. And I'm excited to begin the year with her new book. I think that is everything I want to say to you today, except just a reminder that all of our services, I finally got current, and thank you, Jerry, for adding that in the chat. All of our services are on YouTube. So if you missed any service, if there was a service that meant a lot to you that you'd like to go back to, they are all online on our YouTube channel. I haven't uploaded the dissolving bowl ceremony yet, but I will. And that's always a place for spiritual refreshment if you need something in between services. So with that, I'm going to take myself off spotlight so I can see our boys. There they are, Alonzo and Santiago, right on cue. And I know Annette's here. Let me see if Alex is here. I see Alex. Awesome. So all three of our young men are here with us today, and let's bless them. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we behold the presence of God in you, empowering you to do great things. So with that, let us sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And as we move forward into a new afternoon, a new day, a new week, a new month, a new year, and a new decade, let us know that whatever we were given today as a spiritual name or phrase, or whatever comes to us later, we will be able to embody that because the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. Thank you, God. And thank all of you. It's been lovely to have you at our service. And please continue to hang out with us if you'd like. We'll be doing a hospitality hour in just 3 minutes. So feel free to grab a cup of coffee and rejoin us at this very same link in just 3 minutes. We'll see you soon.